Hi everyone, so today I'm making a requested video from a subscriber and it's basically how much does it cost to keep a tortoise, and I thought it was a great idea, so I'm just going to be talking about that in this video. I really hope this is helpful and that you enjoy this video, so keep watching. So first of all, I want to cover the costs of the tortoise itself. So depending on the species, you have different price ranges, and you might find them cheaper than what I'm labeling here, or even more expensive, but this is what I found out with my research. So redfoots can go about $300. Sulcata tortoises can go from $100 to $400 depending on the size that you buy them. Herman's tortoises can go from $185 to $250, again depending on the size that you get them. Greek tortoises can go from $200 to $300. Marginated tortoises can cost around $175. Russian tortoises can cost around $150 to $250. And elongated tortoises can go around $200 to $250. Now when it comes to enclosures, you can obviously build a tortoise table, and for a baby it can be a smaller tortoise table which will cost you around $35 to $70, but if it's an adult, depending on the species, it might cost you around $40 to $150, and the recommended size is 4 feet by 2 feet by 12 inches deep. This is optional, but you can also build a Tortoise Run so that they can walk around in the garden if you have one, and that might cost you around $50 or up to $200 depending on what you want to do and the size of it. So basically this is the initial cost for when you get a tortoise, and now I'm going to get into keeping a tortoise and how much that costs. For substrate, the best option is topsoil, preferably sterilized, and it costs about $10 a bag, and it can last you from 3 months to 6 depending on how often you clean the enclosure. Next is a very crucial and important part, which is lighting, and basically you're going to need a heat source. You can use a heat basking lamp that needs to be changed every 6 months, and you basically get a lamp fixture that could go around $10 to $15, and the heat bulb itself could go around $10 to $35 depending on what you get. And it's also extremely important that you get a UVB light, and it needs to be replaced every 6 months as well, and the bulb can cost you around $10 to $40, and the fixture can cost around $10 to $55. I would also recommend that you get a thermometer and hydrometer so that you can monitor how the humidity and temperature is, and also you should most likely get a thermostat, and that can cost you around $50 to $80. In terms of food can cost you around $20 per month depending on how many tortoises you have, but per tortoise it should probably cost you that because they do eat a lot and you basically just have to buy them vegetables, but be sure to buy more weeds than actually feed them grocery bought vegetables. In terms of electricity, it should cost you around $10 per month, depending again on the light bulbs and all of that. In terms of veterinary care, it completely depends, but routine checkups usually cost around $20. I would say that as an initial cost it would go around $395 including the tortoise, but maintaining the tortoise is fairly cheap, I guess, and I would say it's about $50 per month. And I think that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope that this was somewhat helpful, and that if you're planning on getting a tortoise, I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for watching.